What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and Lindsey Granger is here. And I just want to say, Lindsey, you broke this story when you were on Way Up.
And I want my credit. I'm not even going to lie. It was a March, and I said, listen.
It's still up there, by the
okay.
way.
So, and we had a lot of interaction with it, but I said that Diddy's team was already talking to Trump's team about a potential preemptive pardon, just in case things don't go right for him.
Right. And so I know
and now
that
Trump
money is
responded
lined
and
up.
said a couple days ago, I'll be looking at it. So, yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into what's going on while Diddy is on the stand right now. And the Jane Doe is being cross-examined by the defense.
This is one of his ex-girlfriends, correct?
Yes. And I don't know if I would consider this one of his girlfriends, though.
Oh, because we knew all his girlfriends. Somebody he was dealing or messing with for a long time or had a situationship.
Well, she acknowledged yesterday that texting hotel night was fun, but she said those feelings were for Combs. It wasn't supposed to be for the entertainers that she hired to, come and be there. It was two entertainers, two men that they hired. And she was reading aloud some text messages between her and Diddy. He texted her to call a specific person and then said, or Paul is free. And then she liked the message and... previously she had said she wasn't really in the mood for all of that, but then it looks like she was saying that it was fun and she wanted him to take her out and romance her. She said she received any type of affection from him with open arms. She said, my circumstances were my options in this relationship. If I see him, there is a request for a hotel night. So I'm just adapting to my circumstances. I'm adapting to my environment. So she's saying the reason that she organized these things was because she was under pressure by him. And she said that she was hurt after being made to have sex with 3 guys, but she also texted him that she loved her birthday.
Yeah, I think weeks into this trial, so much is coming out. And a good person to watch, and not just because I work for the network, is Banfield on News Nation, because she really breaks down. People are like, how is this connecting the dots to trafficking and all the other things he's charged with? Because so far, they're just trying to show a pattern of coercion and behavior with people that were considered employees that did things to aid some of these situations. So if you look at what might have been happening in her alleged hotel room activity or what happened with Cassie, there are people who were on the job and on the clock, including even Cassie herself, that in some ways, if that is your boss to subordinate relationship, doing these things is not only illegal, but then it goes into another category, which is what they're trying to prosecute him for. So, I'm just watching it all play out because obviously the defense is pushing back really hard on everybody, but the prosecution also, I'm assuming, has a clear laid out plan about why they're calling these people and what exactly this adds to the story besides, people are like, okay, so Diddy's freaky. What are we talking about?
Yeah, because she's reading these text messages aloud. She said, I love you so much as my friend, my lover, my boyfriend, even though you don't like that word.
Right.
According to the message. And she actually was crying on the stand while she was reading this and getting very emotional. I'm talking about these hotel nights and how much she loves spending time with him. Whew. I will say the defense is I see a lot of conversations of people being like, oh, well, she made this choice.
Right.
So what are we talking about here? I see people saying that in the comments, but I think we'll see as more things unfold as...
And unless you're in the courtroom every day, we kind of saw this similarly, totally different situation, but we saw it with the Tory Lanez trial. Everyone thought they had a hold on what the jury was going to say.
Yeah.
And then people who just did the same thing in the comments got the verdict and were surprised. And people who were in the courtroom every day were not surprised at all. And so I think it's just a matter of really following the story completely before you're jumping out there like, oh, why'd she do this? It's like there's some things that are just, skipped over that were important testimony to the jury that are not reported every single day.
Well, we will definitely keep you updated. I know Armand Wiggins is coming in tomorrow, and he's been there present at the trial every day.
Every day,
reporting.
So that's your source.
So we're going to give you a little update from somebody who's actually physically been there. All right, well, that is your Yee Tea. And when we come back, we have Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. Any question you have, we're here to help. It's Way Up.